Alright, welcome back to another video. It is October 28th today. So, Monday is one of my days off from college for the week. I don't have class today. So, I'm over here in the dairy barn. We're getting stuff ready for when cows have to come in again. So, yeah, they'll probably be in within the next 15 days or so. The latest we've had them out is November 13, generally till it snows, or if it gets really cold. That's the latest I remember anyway. We've had them out just for like a day later in November before doing work in the barn. But what I am doing is I'm going to be welding up this barn stabling. You can see there's a bunch of these stall dividers that have cracked. One there, another one here, and then there's another one here that's a little bit bigger of a job, just with how it broke. This one, you can see instead of cracking here, it actually cracked at the bottom down there. So we're gonna look after that, along with it breaking here. I don't know how many we'll get done today, but we are going to get started on it. I have around an hour before night chores start to get working on some of the stuff. So, yeah. So, I'm just going to be working at this stuff as I kind of have time over the next couple of days. It's pretty busy with college. I know how to do a lot of stuff like fixing and whatnot, but it's more comes down to time. So yeah, we could call someone else to weld all this stuff. Might only take them a couple hours, but that costs quite a bit of money versus if I can just try and find some time to weld some stuff, then it saves money. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. And there you go, it took about half an hour, but that is the first one all welded up. I went ahead and I took my gloves off, but I welded up in there too to take the play out of it a little bit. So yeah, good and sturdy. So that is both of the cracks sealed up. Definitely better right now at using tools to fix stuff than welding, but not too bad at welding. This is galvanized, so it doesn't weld too nice at all, but it gets the job done. You can see this one still has some play in it. I could take that out, but I think I'm gonna hop down over to this one and try and get this welded up. This one should be a little easier than that one because this one got a little bent. So even now, just a little bit leaning towards this side, but it's not that bad. Got the next one all cleaned up so we can work on it. You can actually see it's starting to crack over here too. This stabling really isn't even that old. Mom and Dad put this in, I believe, in 2011. 13 years old. I've welded on quite a few already, but yeah. Anyway, there you go. There's the next one done. A little bit of weld there and all that. Down there is done. And I tacked up there a little spot too. So that through there's a pretty good looking weld, along with under here. The rest of it was just kind of whatever, but it's improved from what it was. Alright, chores are done now. It is pretty well just after 7 o'clock, 7:15. So 3¼ hours of chores done. I'm gonna work on this now. another broken one. It's kind of a smaller little project that hopefully won't take too long. So I'm going to clean it up, and we'll see if I can get to welding it before supper time or not. I didn't want to start with any of the bigger stuff down there because I knew I wouldn't finish it. So I've had a lot of these break already. Kind of hit or miss if I just grind them down and MIG weld them if they last. Seems like more often than not they do, but I've had a couple of them that'll break again, so we'll have to see. Yeah. Anyway, let's clean this up and then we'll see if we can weld it. There you go. There's all the prep work done. All cleaned up. I'm gonna weld up here again too because this is broken. So yeah, I'm gonna get the welder out, try and line it up a little better, and then I'll weld it. And there you go, all welded up. So we're good there. It's another one done. So really there's only one big one left to do for welding. There's a bunch of other stuff to do in the barn, but it's a good start. Some of the other stuff that's left to do, Mom and Dad can help with, but pretty limited. I'm really the only one who'll do MIG welding around here. So this is just one of the things that I had to find time for. So yeah, it's good. Hopefully it holds. Looks like a pretty good weld. It's always hard to get underneath welded up properly, but anyway. Alright, it is now November 1st. I'm back here in the barn again. Got around half an hour maybe before cows have to come in and we milk cows. So I'm going to go ahead and start fixing all these trainers. You can see there's a bunch that are all tangled up. Versus this one here is how it should be. So, yeah. Anyway. It's Jubilee over there. She got bred today, so she stayed inside the barn and we fed her, but I guess she doesn't like being in here all alone, but she'll have friends soon enough. So yeah, I'm gonna start fixing trainers. Alright, it is now November 4th. Working away here with the last little bit of welding in the dairy barn. So, we got this stall here. Kind of the last hard one. It's broken down in there. Even the anchor bolts have a little bit of play in them. I didn't look too closely at it, but if I knew we were gonna have an issue with them, I should have bought some hydraulic cement and I could have put that in there, but I didn't look close enough. But pretty sure once we weld it all up, we'll be able to get it to stop moving. Once again, this weld here broke. It's a pretty common theme just because a couple years later, after Mom and Dad put the stabling in, they got someone just to run along and kind of tack each one on a little bit. And it's not really strong enough to hold it if something else breaks. So kind of the second anything else goes wrong, this breaks pretty quick. So I'm gonna clean up down there and we're gonna weld it all. Well, it's an improvement. I'm gonna tighten this up here to try and get it to have a little less movement again. But there's the weld up there, and there's the one down there. There you go. Just a little bit of play left in there, but that's kind of what we want. They all have a little bit of play in them. In my opinion, it's a little easier on the cows too, than if you're banging into it or brushing it. It's got a little bit of give. So it's the last one all fixed up. Alright, it is now November 9. It's Saturday. I just finished up hanging the last of the trainers. You can see some of them still might need a little bit of tweaking when the cows come in. We might have to replace some of these wires with the more flexible ones. But there you go. It's all of them set up. Some of them took a little bit of tweaking with some kind of different ideas. You can see this one here I hung up. It is hanging a little high right now. But I put new chains on this trainer. And I ran out of, you can see these trainers all kind of have these that hang on the wire there. Well, on the last one, I ran out of them clips. So I made my own out of this chain here. So, yeah. Now all that's left is when the cows come in, is to get them all set to the right height. And then, yeah, we'll be good to go there. So, if you're unfamiliar with how a trainer works, the idea is that it'll help the cow poop into the gutter versus if they don't have it, they'll actually poop on the stall and then they'll lay in it and then they'll become dirty. So it keeps the cows cleaner. Just the tiniest little shock on them. Some of them, like this one, no, which one? This one doesn't even have a wire on it. But just kind of, it's a little something that'll try and encourage the cow to go in the gutter versus on the end of her stall. So that's why we do it. So second year in a row now that every stall has a trainer on it. I don't know if we'll do tail ties again this year. You can see this is a tail tie right here. This one's a little short. But the idea with it is it's a little bungee cord. It's got a lot of flex to it, and you can tie the cow's tail up so that when she lays down it won't go in the gutter. Keeps them a little cleaner, but they are a lot of work. The trainers take a little bit of work too, just because the cows like to play with them. But we'll see. The tail ties take more work every day versus the trainers. They can get away on you a little bit and you can quickly catch up again. But yeah, all 62 stalls have a trainer on them. And then we're gonna have a bunch of box stall cows again this winter, just because we can sip the milk, and it's nice to milk a couple more. So what I'm hoping we'll be able to do is have 2 cows in this box stall, and one there, and that'll be 66 cows. We have done before to put 2 cows in this box stall. You just have to clean it more. So yeah, we can get a little aggressive and we can end up milking 70, but then you have to clean out the pens pretty regularly. We've also done it where we've let a couple cows go in and out of the back of the dry shed there, but I don't know if we'll do it again. The easiest is just when they all have a stall versus kind of switching cows is what takes a bit, but we'll see. If we have enough cows and we can sip the milk, we'll probably milk a couple more. But there you go. So that is the barn all set up for the winter. There'll just be all kinds of small things to do the day of. We'll have to clean mangers and put feed down, clean water bowls, and then put straw in the stalls. But yeah, that is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.